Lieutenant Colonel Andreas Andreou, Defense Attaché of the Republic of Cyprus, distinguished guests, veterans, brothers and sisters, soldiers, airmen, and my fellow New Jerseyans. Today, this impressive formation stands on the shoulders of New Jerseyans who for 130 years formed up on this very parade field to train and better prepare themselves to serve the people of the Garden State. In peacetime and wartime, the New Jersey National Guard was always ready, always there. Today, we continue that mission, and our noble work as the United States faces challenges both at home and in the larger world. Moments like today's review gives us, as they did for generations that preceded us, cause to reflect upon our achievements and assess our place in a global security environment of persistent change and challenge. At every echelon of our formation, change is constant. Last year, Major General Lisa J. Howe had the honor of standing where I am now. In July, General Howe accepted a new assignment as the Joint Surgeon General of the National Guard. I ask that you join me in a round of applause to thank her for her decades of service to the New Jersey National Guard. Major General Howe, ma'am, it was my honor to serve as your deputy. To our Commander-in-Chief, Governor Philip D. Murphy, sir, words cannot express how humbled I am to have been selected to serve as the Adjutant General. Thank you for your unwavering support of those who wear our nation's uniform. I will work day in and day out to prove worthy, not only of the soldiers and airmen that I lead, but also of your confidence. Sir, thank you. There has never been a time in history when the United States has asked more of armed forces, especially the citizen soldiers and airmen who make up the roughly 8,400 member New Jersey National Guard. That's not hyperbole. This is our highest operational tempo since World War II. Right now, the sun is rising over the desert as soldiers of the 508th Military Police Company and Charlie Company 224th Security and Support Battalion are entering the final days of a nearly year-long deployment to protect America's southwest border. And right now, the sun is about to set in Kosovo, where soldiers of Detachment 2, Charlie Company, 171st General Support Aviation Battalion stand ready on the flight line to provide medevac support to NATO's ongoing peacekeeping mission in the Western Balkans. And it is already night in the Middle East, where soldiers of our 44th Infantry Brigade Combat Team are arrayed throughout U.S. Central Command area of operations in support of Operation Inherent Resolve. This is the largest deployment of New Jersey National Guard forces since 2008. It represents a critical line of effort as we work to ensure a safe and secure environment for the United States and our regional partners in what we all know to be one of the most dangerous corners of the world. And if you will allow me a personal point of pride, as only the 3rd Air Force officer to serve as Adjutant General in our 248-year history, the airmen of the New Jersey National Guard continue to fly, fight, and win, delivering air power and support to our active duty counterparts anytime, anywhere. Over the last 12 months, the 108th Wing successfully integrated with European and NATO partners during the Copper Arrow exercise. In addition, the 177 Fighter Wing employed the new XAB fighting construct, flying over 2,300 hours and 407 sorties with 9 partner nations over a period of 3 months. Today and every day that our battle buddies and wingmen are deployed forward, I know that I speak for all of us when I say to their spouses, their families, and their loved ones, you remain in our prayers and in our thoughts, and on behalf of our big New Jersey family, we also thank you for your service. To the soldiers and airmen here today, I wish to acknowledge the crucible of overseas and domestic operations has tested our Guard's capabilities and resilience like never before. Your incredible dedication and expertise has shown through every mission. Whether through the success of summer's Vigilant Guard exercise that tested our ability to jointly work with local, state, and federal agencies to respond to a natural disaster, or through the 62 engagements conducted in the last training year alone with our state partners of the Republic of Albania and the Republic of Cyprus. You have earned the respect and admiration of those that we serve alongside, as well as the public who we are privileged to serve. In short, your achievements are extraordinary. The selfless service and dedication to duty you continue to display ensures the security of our fellow citizens and the defense of democracy in the larger world. Our work continues. I firmly believe that by challenging ourselves and our units to do better and aim higher, we can bear any burden and achieve any task. It is now my privilege to introduce the Commander-in-Chief of the 8,400 citizen soldiers and airmen of the New Jersey National Guard. Governor Philip D. Murphy is committed to supporting veterans in the Garden State and understands the incredible work and sacrifice of our team during these extraordinary times. Under his leadership, New Jersey expanded eligibility for income and property tax relief for service members, veterans, and their families, expanded access to both state and federal veterans benefits, programs, and services, and is embarking upon the once-in-a-generation work of bringing veteran homelessness to functional zero here in the Garden State. From High Point to Cape May, the state of New Jersey is investing more, doing more, and achieving more for our service members, veterans, and their families than at any time in our history. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the 56th Governor of New Jersey, the Honorable Philip D. Murphy.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I want to begin by thanking our Acting Adjutant General, Colonel Yvonne Mays, for that very gracious introduction and powerful words. And Yvonne, I want to thank you as well for your leadership as Commissioner of the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. It is a true honor to share this stage and these grounds this morning with so many of our state's bravest heroes. I want to begin by thanking the New Jersey National Guard's leadership, with particular thanks to the general officers and senior staff, and especially to all those who work year after year to make this event a huge success. It is a show of readiness worthy of the dedicated soldiers and airmen of this fine organization. And on behalf of a grateful state, we thank every soldier, airman, and veteran joining us today. I want to acknowledge as a group as well the distinguished elected officials here today, including state legislators, representatives from our host communities who are here every year and are such great hosts, Seagirt and Manasquan, our county representatives. And it's important to note that these elected officials come from both sides of the aisle. Our military, our National Guard, must always be a bipartisan affair. I want to acknowledge our special guests as a group, and especially representatives from Cyprus and Albania, and even more so to Major General Lisa Howe. Lisa, welcome back. God bless you. We miss you. We love you. I also want to thank the members of our cabinet who are here today and who are here every year by my side. And I thank every one of today's awardees for their service to our state. And I want to give a special shout out all the way at the end to the blessed family of the late Master Sergeant Jeff Tomczak. I also want to acknowledge our faith leaders and the families of our Guard members, and especially to our Guard families. I want to especially thank you for your selflessness and sacrifice. The strength of our fighting forces has always been drawn from the strength of our armed forces families. You are our heroes, and we thank you for all that you have done and all that you will continue to do. One of my most meaningful responsibilities as governor is serving as New Jersey's Commander-in-Chief. And every year as Commander-in-Chief, I have the privilege of coming here to Seagirt to conduct an annual military review. I've been doing so since 2018, and may I say, it never gets old. And today, as Yvonne alluded to, at this perilous moment in our world, it is clear that this year's ceremony takes on a new meaning. As Russia continues to wage its barbaric war on Ukraine, and as war continues to rage and escalate in the Middle East, we are reminded of an enduring truth. Freedom is not free. Our nation's strength, our security, is not guaranteed. It is protected every single day by the heroic Americans who serve in our nation's military, and by all of you who serve in New Jersey's National Guard. Each one of you is carrying on a legacy of service that stretches back to 1636, more than a century before our Constitution was even ratified, or written for that matter. And the members of our nation's National Guard have served in the front lines of every conflict since then, from the Pequot War to the fights of the 21st century. Yours is a tradition of service that helped birth our nation, and it is one that continues to protect it to this very day. And with every single mission, the members of the New Jersey Army and Air National Guard have led with courage, selflessness, and distinction. Whether responding to a natural disaster here at home, or providing military assistance to our allies on the other side of the globe, you have always stood at the ready to serve when called upon. And in January of this year, that dedication was on full display, again, as Yvonne mentioned, as more than 1,500 soldiers with the New Jersey Army National Guard's 44th Infantry Brigade Combat Team deployed to the Middle East to support Operation Inherent Resolve and help lead the ongoing fight against ISIS. It was our National Guard's largest deployment of personnel since 2008, and it was the Guard's second largest deployment since World War II. These brave New Jerseyans join other National Guard members deployed at home and abroad. Again, as Yvonne mentioned, some protect America's southwest border, while others are working to uphold our unshakable commitment to the collective security of NATO and to our European allies in Kosovo. We also honor the airmen who are working daily with their active duty counterparts, whether through global cybersecurity operations or the critical enduring mission of protecting American airspace from those that seek to do our nation harm. Heroes all, and we thank each and every one of them for their service. And all of us here in New Jersey are praying every single day, together with their friends, their family, and their loved ones, for the safe and swift return home of those individuals who stand on the front lines of freedom. Our service members have made extraordinary sacrifices on behalf of our state and our nation. And so have every one of you who have been called upon or may be called upon to defend our nation as well as our allies. And that is why it is such an honor to stand here today to review you as successful citizen soldiers and airmen who are living up to our nation's founding ideals as well as our highest expectations and aspirations. On behalf of our 9.5 million member strong New Jersey family, we thank you for having each other's backs and for having our backs as well. And we thank you for defending freedom here at home and across the globe. But truly honoring your courageous service and sacrifice means more than simply saying thank you. It means making sure that you have every possible form of support you need, both during your service to our nation and after your return to civilian life. That is the very reason that our administration made a promise, for example, to open a veteran service office in every single one of New Jersey's 21 counties. And today, I am proud to say we have kept that promise. Earlier this year, we cut the ribbon on Union County's new VSO, and that was our 21st, which means that every New Jersey county is now equipped to provide the support our veterans and their families need and deserve. We delivered on that promise, and now we are working to deliver on a new promise, again, as Yvonne mentioned, which I announced during our budget address a few months ago, ending veteran homelessness in New Jersey once and for all. Nobody who has ever defended our home should ever be without one to call their own. And with this year's state budget, we committed tens of millions of dollars to this mission, and we will keep working until every single veteran in New Jersey has a warm place to sleep at night. And at the same time, we have also made important investments into expanding access to mental health care for all New Jerseyans, but especially for our veterans. So each and every one of them can receive the support that they need to heal the invisible wounds of war. And we will spend every dollar and every ounce of energy it takes until our veterans' homes are deemed to be the very finest in this entire nation. So we have made all of these investments a top priority for a simple reason. You are the best of us, and we must continue to provide the very best for you, because that is the only way for us to live up to our most sacred responsibility to all of you who have kept us safe. Back in 1902, President Theodore Roosevelt came here to Seagirt to conduct his own review of our state's National Guard under a different Governor Murphy. No relation, by the way. And President Roosevelt observed that day that the members of the New Jersey National Guard, and I now quote him, cannot be overestimated. I continue, the president continued. They are ready, they know what is expected of them. They train others. And the same qualities that make a person a success, that make them do their duty decently and honestly in the National Guard regiment, are fundamentally the qualities that they need to be a good citizen in private life. As usual, President Roosevelt got it exactly right. It is an observation that is as true now as it was back then. The qualities that you embody every day are an example that every New Jerseyan can learn from. We too can live our own lives with duty, decency, and honesty. And while as civilians, we can never quite serve our state and our nation as wholly as our service members and veterans have served us, we can and we must follow your lead and give our all for you. So thank you for being the best of us. May God bless each and every one of you who is serving or who has served. And may God continue to bless the great state of New Jersey and the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Murphy. The Commander of Troops will now bring the commands to attention and reposition the colors.
Bring your units to attention!
By Colonel David Hampton, and Command Sergeant Major John Logan.